You're probably wondering what the heck SpaceUP DC is. Well, it's an unconference. Maybe that's not so helpful. Let's try pretty pictures. We've all been to conferences before. At most conferences, someone who's an expert stands on a stage behind a podium, something like that, and you're an audience member. They give you information, you listen. Then you go out in the hallway. You get some coffee, you talk on your cell phone and pretend to be important, and every once in a while, you talk about your ideas on those presentations with other people you met at the conference. And every so often, what happens in the hallway ends up being more important than the sessions themselves. The hallway is where you create the action and movement based on what you've heard. So we were thinking, why not make those hallway conversations the point? That's where an unconference, or bar camp as they're sometimes called, comes in. The entire unconference is ad hoc. Each morning, we'll start with an empty session grid. There will be some breakout rooms, and you put your presentation idea, topic, round table session, whatever, on a sticky note, and you put it on an empty grid. You can haggle time slots, combine similar ideas into a single session. Go crazy. That's what ad hoc is. At the end of every session, you go back to the grid, you haggle some more, and decide where you're going to go participate next. If we're doing it right, you should be a little bit uncomfortable. At this unconference, you'll have to do things like, participate and have something to say. Okay, so that's all cool. What kind of things do we talk about? Literally anything related to space. Anything. Don't put limits on yourself or others. This is the place to have crazy ideas. And every once in a while, crazy ideas work. At the first SpaceUP in San Diego, some of the topics included ITAR sucks. What are we going to do about it? A rocket to the edge of space in our backyard. How to build a space cannon. Let's hope we don't poke any eyes out. Building cheap avionics with off-the-shelf parts. That was actually presented by SpaceX, which was pretty cool. There were some video presentations of the Northrop Grumman Lunar Lander challenge, including some pictures of a very large check, which we all wish we had. There was a moonpie eating contest. Moon pies. Food. And fun. Remember fun? Dave Maston had a presentation called How Are We Going to Get My Butt to Mars? We included it here just because we wanted to say butt. A number of our friends from NASA came, and they presented some of their ideas on Open NASA before Open NASA was even announced. Some of those ideas that were discussed were incorporated into the Open NASA plan. Okay, so now that we know what we're going to talk about, or what we might talk about, who should attend? We're interested in anyone who's interested in space exploration in any capacity. We're looking to put people together who might not otherwise get to meet and talk about ideas. Kids, moms, CEOs, space nuts, rocket scientists. Everyone is invited. And we really mean it. If you know any unusual beings like Martians, artificial intelligences, future robot overlords, politicians, or sea monsters, and they can get through customs, by all means, bring them along. A few years ago at TED, Burt Rutan said, "It's not good enough to have a generation of kids who think that it's okay to look forward to having a better version of a cell phone with video in it. They need to look forward to exploration. They need to look forward to colonization. They need to look forward to breakthroughs." And the sad reality of today is our kids are bored with space. Are you kidding me? It's freaking space. Rockets and fire and Martian soil and pew, pew, pew. But they'd rather play video games if you ask them. We're not okay with this. So we're going to try something new. SpaceUP DC is an experiment in itself. We can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. We need to reach higher. We need to build an epic future. And it all starts here. Join us at spaceupdc.org.